Yo, yo, what's going on, miners? Mining King here. How's everybody doing? We're going to try and do some, as you would call it, trading today. I wouldn't call it trading. Uh, I mean, it could be considered trading, I guess. So I'm investing, trying this out. You guys are joining me here. I'll be pulling the crowd at some point in the stream, and you guys will decide what I buy and invest in. So it's been interesting. I've been kind of watching the market a little bit, and everything's kind of down right now. So I'll be curious to see what everybody suggests because it's definitely a different story than last week, right? So I think it's going to get really interesting and what people suggest. So I wonder if we're going to get some different coins suggested here. So how's everybody doing? It's Saturday here. Um, I'm playing with some lighting and some, stuff back here. I'm trying to look professional. I'm terrible at it though. But Second TL Mining says it's a nice time to buy. Well, it could be, yeah. If markets are down, prices are cheaper, right? So it's good time to get in. I don't know. Yeah, I don't have enough experience with trading in general, even with stocks. I'm just bad at it, I guess. I guess I haven't had the right person teach me. But DJ will be coming in here shortly in a few minutes, so that'll be really cool. I know he's really experienced in this kind of stuff, so I'm interested to learn a few things. DJ says, "Great for a swing trade." I don't know that terminology, DJ. You'll have to explain to me what a swing trade is. Don't know what that is. Can you guys hear me okay? Is the sound good here? Sometimes my Go XLR, it gets kind of wonky lately. I don't know why it keeps changing my settings. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Okay, so yeah, let's take a look at my assets here that I have, and then you guys can see what it's looking like right now. Let me share my screen here. So, or actually, we can just do Coinbase. That way, hopefully, it blows it up better for you guys. All right. So the SHIB I bought the other week before I started this stream, I added it in to the the portfolio thing of the whole trading thing. It's down like $9 or 9% or $9. It's down. Whoops. That's gonna take me in there. So it's down about $9. It's down. Whoa. The trading volume is down almost 25%. But it still says people are buying it though. It's at a 98% buy. So I guess people are pretty bullish on Shiba. So it's interesting. The Algorand that we bought last week live though is down 3%. And so I'm down about $7. So right now, currently, it's at a loss. And then these two down here, I got for free. If you come over here to the learning rewards, you can just do a couple of questions and stuff like that, and they'll give you some free crypto. So I got a couple of bucks of this AMP and Near, which I don't really know anything about them really a whole lot. So let's see here. What Raul, what's going on, Raul? Money King, how do you feel about Nyaxo or Meow Coin? Well, I mean, I'm kind of the people call me like, the Nyaxa spokesman. But not really. Nyaxa is a good project, but proof of game and stuff like that, if it's more like proof of play. I really would have wished that they would have tried to figure out a way to work with some kind of developer to implement the chain with the game, right? Because now the proof of game rewards will only get as high as 15% ever. In their first initial white paper, it was actually supposed to go 80% to gamers and then only like 15 or 20% to miners. So it was supposed to go more to gamers and less to miners by year 4. So they've just realized that they don't have any games that run on their blockchain or move the blockchain. So I also think they'll have some challenges though doing these marketplaces live because obviously these developers and you selling tangible assets on their game for stuff in game, I think it's just going to create some kind of legal stuff here. They don't face it right now, but I think sometime in the future it could. So I think they have some challenges ahead. Meow Coin. Most people know how I feel about Meow Coin. I mean, this is honestly, if you're gonna mine it, and I would just mine it and hold it, and hopefully in the bull run, there's a bunch of people who just love cats, right, and love their kitties, and they buy tons of this coin, it pumps, and then I'm just gonna throw it all in the garbage. I will not. I don't plan on holding it long term for any amount of time. As soon as it pumps really hard in the bull run, I'm gonna dump it right off. So uh, the problem I see with Meow Coin, and maybe because I don't, I know Hawk did an interview with the developer and stuff like that, but my biggest concern with Meow Coin is 40% is dev fee. 40%. Why does the dev fee have to be so high? That that baffles me. That's a really high dev fee. So oh, here we go. We got chump change. All right, guys. We have somebody in the house here. Big YouTube sensation. Please, everybody, give him a nice warm welcome, Mr. DJ Mines. What's going on, DJ?
Yo, what's up, dude? Thank you for the kind words. Definitely not a YouTube sensation, but oh man, it's good to see you trading, huh?
Yeah. I'm trying to get this down here. I'm not good at it. Let's just say I'm like I used the other day. I'm like the veteran miner of StarCraft and trading.
Oh, that's fine. Are you gonna do it on Coinbase? I don't know. Is that possible?
I'm only doing it on Coinbase because that's just where I have an account and that's where I feel comfortable doing it and everything on. So it's going to be Coinbase for me. So I don't really like crypto.com because you have to be on the phone. The only other exchange that I ever actually use would be Trade Ogre.
Do you like
when I trade out like Neox or like the altcoins that nobody takes, right?
Yeah,
So besides that, I don't really do a lot of trading. So do you use a particular platform for trading, DJ?
So I tried out CoinX and it was amazing. The problem is, that was like a couple days ago. The day after, they sent out email to everybody that you have 60 days to get your money off it because they're no longer going to be serving the U.S. So
okay, a few people, and even I noticed a little bit that your sound is a little robotic.
Oh,
I don't know if you might
my bad.
You might want to check your Go XLR real quick.
This thing has been giving me problems. Okay, let me see.
Yeah, same with mine too, man. It's been doing some funky stuff. Maybe there's an update I need to do or something on it.
All right, I'll mute myself.
It's here. Integrity guy says KuCoin is good. I haven't used those. I know that Yashnik uses KuCoin a lot. I've heard him mention that. I haven't used that one. It'll be interesting to see. CoinX, is banning in the US, which is what DJ just mentioned he used. But they gave him a notice to get everything off their exchange. So I think mining or Max Voltage, you are not kicked to the curb. You're more than welcome to come on the show if you want. If you would like to come on the show, Mr. Max, I will give you. Let me go to my Discord here, and here is a link for you, Mr. Voltage. You're always welcome, General. Don't ever think that. DJ will be back. He's fixing his audio right now. So, Tizen Coin says VPN. Oh, do you have to do VPN for KuCoin? I'm assuming for US limitations. If there's anybody who trades here, right? I would say like really actively trades. Do you guys like use a VPN to VPN over into another country to where they don't have, KYC and stuff like that, and you can trade openly on exchanges? Is that what you guys do? I'm not really, I'm not hip to the hustle here. So Dan Ruggs says no, sir, but you can't KYC on KuCoin in the US. But Retro Mike just said KuCoin is available in the US. I'm sure it's probably just limited on what coins and stuff you probably transact on. I'm assuming. VPN with Bybit. I have never heard that, Tyson. Bybit. I obviously know what VPN is, but I do not know about Bybit. Chump Change also says that too. Chump Change says right here, no KYC on Bybit, but please don't ever say hip to the hustle again. Oh man. But Raul, I already answered your question right here earlier in the stream. Please rewind that, Mr. Raul. All right. We're bringing him back in. Here we go.
Do I still sound
all right, DJ?
Like robotic?
No. Now you're you might want to adjust your gate a little bit. You kind of cut out. So you might want to adjust the gate or put your gain up so you come all the way through.
How about this?
There you go. That's good.
Do you hear my fans or anything?
No, nope. Can't hear any fans.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Golexall ever since last night has been so bad.
I'm gonna check and see if there's maybe an update. Maybe they have a software update or something like that.
Yeah, they might.
That came out. So now that we have the expert trader here, Mr. DJ Mines, we're gonna what would you say to a rookie?
Don't day trade. That'd be my advice. But if we are gonna day trade, I would look at something that has a lot of volume, because otherwise you're not going to be able to get in and out. Is that your goal, is to day trade?
No. See, that's like it's not, I'm not really day trading. It's just going to be maybe like a weekly thing. So definitely not day trading.
Okay. So swing trading. That's what swing trading is.
Is that what swing trading is? Okay.
Yeah. That's a lot better, I think.
Okay. Then I'll be a swing trader.
I would look for something that has volume. Like
volume. Okay, let's go over to the trade section here. Let's go to the advanced. Here we go. Something that has a lot of volume, you said. What would be considered a lot of volume, I guess, then?
So I'm on Coinbase. Where did you go? You went to my assets?
I'm on the advanced tab for the pro.
Oh, see, I don't have pro. Okay, I'll look at your screen then. Let me see. Volume, USDT. Obviously, we're not going to do that. Bitcoin.
So I know that you were talking about Blur, but is that a thing of the past right now?
So I don't recommend Blur. I simply bought it because it just came out that day, and I made 70% and just sold it.
Right. That was
like
a quick
an NFT marketplace.
Right. So the volume on it is 17.4 million, and it's down about 14% right now.
So just looking at what you're looking at, I think that says like where it's at right now. What's the price? Like 7.5?
78 cents.
78 cents. Okay.
Yeah. So I got $50 to play with. That's my weekly thing. $50.
I mean, I don't see it moving up at all.
No, you think it's going to go down more?
It's hard to say because it just came out. It's only been around for like a week.
Okay.
I think just judging by that, it'll probably retest. Again, I'm just looking at like what you're looking at, like maybe 82 cents, 80 or whatever that line is right there with that support.
Right here?
No, to the left of it.
Right here?
Hold on.
Right there?
Yeah, that'd be a resistance, but yeah, I don't think that's a good one, to be honest.
Okay.
It has no history, so it's really hard to say,
Right, because it's a brand new coin, so you can't look long term at what it does,
I don't even know what to compare it to. How about Shiba? How's Shiba's volume?
I actually got some Shiba. I bought it how many days can we go back? Let's go back a month. I bought it about somewhere in here. It has about 15 million in volume right now, and it's down about 5.5%. It's at It's a lot of zeros there. Point
Yeah.
0, 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. 1279.
Can I see it on the 3-month?
The 3-month? Sure.
Yeah.
How far back do you typically look when you're looking at a coin to do swing trading? How far do you typically look back?
I look back, it's probably 6 months, a year, personally. But that's better. Like, okay, the wider that you look at it, like a year, 2 years, 5 years, the more data is concrete because these daily moves, these weekly moves in the grand scheme don't really mean much. And you can always be right or wrong because you got 50% chance of being right or wrong. But like on the larger scale, it just gives you better data of where it could go.
Okay. Somebody
But
asked the pirate, he asked a question in chat. He says, "Do you want to give a short explanation of what resistance means?"
yeah, okay. So let's just pretend this is like our starting point. I don't know if you can see my hand as a pirate. So resistance is like the peaks that you'll see, like the corners there. So the resistance means when it gets to that point or pretty close to that point, it's resisting to break through that. Like a wall, almost like your ceiling. If you could think of like the stocks as your ceiling, as the closer it gets to that ceiling, it starts to get harder to push through the top there. So if it
Okay.
breaks the resistance, awesome. But it's a resistance, it's a struggle. And your support is like your ground on your floor that you walk on. So it should, or you hope that it'll land on the support.
So would this let me go back to my screen here. So would would this right here be like a support line then? So obviously it's hitting this. This would be considered support down here is where it is right now.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
And then the next, I mean, there's
This
a
right
bunch
up
of like
here,
the
right
net,
here would be resistance.
yeah, like those little corners,
Yeah.
like of the houses, those are your resistance levels. And again, on like a small scale, they don't mean much, but like on a 6 month, like you're looking at now, they would mean a lot more. And so
Okay.
you're like, okay, you don't want to get greedy too much. You
Do
just
you do you typically try to buy at support levels and not at resistance levels then? Because
definitely
obviously,
support.
yeah, those are more riskier to get into, I guess.
Exactly.
Because yeah.
Exactly. And then like, so if I'm at support, like again, I mean, I'm seeing in the past, so I'm trying here. If I'm at a support, I think, okay, what's the next support below that? So that's almost like what's the worst scenario? If I'm starting at, we'll call it 70 cents, the next support I see is 65 cents. So I see like a 5 cent. So that's like my risk tolerance there. It's like the 5 cent. Okay, I'm comfortable going down to that point because it's very unlikely, depending on the coin, obviously, it's very unlikely that it's gonna break both of the supports and you're just gonna all of a sudden go out of business. So then I'll say, okay, I got about a 5 cent loss. What how much can I go up? I'll look at the next resistance. Let's say this 10 cents. So for my mind and how I think about it is I got like a 2 to 1. I have 2 times better chance of making money than losing money.
Okay, I see you're saying that your next support would only be a 5 cent loss, or you could make 10 cents, so that would be like double. I see. I kind of see how that is. Okay.
Yeah. Now there is one thing to understand though. The way down is actually 2 times harder to go back up. So
Okay.
how do I word that? Like if you start at, I don't know, $100,000 and you lose 20%, that brings you down to 80, right? But if you start at 80 and you go 20% up, it doesn't get you back to 100,000 if you think about it. So every move down hurts twice as much as moving up.
Okay.
Does that make sense at all? I don't know if I'm wording that correctly.
A little bit, because it wouldn't be the same though if you had 80 and moved up to 100 then? I mean, isn't that the same amount of money, I guess, or
No, so the percentage from 80,000 to 100,000 is more. Like I don't know what that would
Oh,
be off
right,
the
right, because that would
yeah.
be 10, 20,
Yeah.
like
So
almost
if all of a sudden,
25%, it's
right?
like 24%.
If all of a sudden today Bitcoin goes down 10%, that's a lot more painful. Thank you, Sugi. It's my wife. That's a lot more painful than it would be gaining 10%, like as a dollar value.
Right. Okay. I see what you're saying.
So you
Yeah.
should be sadder on larger percentage down than excited for percentage up, unless it's 2
Okay.
times more.
Okay. Look, man. See, look, we're getting knowledge here, boys. You guys better be having your pen and paper and everything, taking notes.
Oh, there we go. Max articulated it better. So if you lose 50%, but you would need to gain 100% to get back to the original point. So yeah,
Here you go. Let's get that on
it
screen. there.
hurts a lot more to go down than up.
Yeah.
So for
There you go.
me, I crypto's really different in my personal opinion. Maybe you disagree, maybe others do. That's totally fine. I find crypto to be a lot different than stocks because stocks are so independent. Maybe not all of them, but a lot of them are very independent of one another, right? Like Disney's a totally different company than McDonald's. And yeah, you can say like maybe a tech company is affected by the other tech companies. That's fair. But let's just pretend like stocks are totally different companies from one another. Where crypto, from what I've noticed, everything kind of just follows what Bitcoin does. So what I would do personally is look at Bitcoin and say, okay, based off the Bitcoin chart, how do I feel about these other altcoins? Right? If I feel like Bitcoin's going to do well, then I would just assume that these altcoins are going to do 2, 3, 4 times better than the performance of Bitcoin. Because all they
Okay.
do is mimic Bitcoin. Like if you were to take Shiba Inu, you were maybe not Conflux because that had like a crazy ride, but your average crypto, even Ergo or Flux or whatever it is, and compare it to the BTC chart, they almost move in sync with one another. So that's what I would do is more personally look at Bitcoin and then say, okay, how much risk tolerance do I want? And then apply it to another crypto.
Right. It looks like right now that it's at a support level right now.
Yeah, let me pull that up.
That looks like it's right around this support level that's right here. The next support level is down quite a bit at the looks like the 17,000 mark right here.
Let me see. Okay.
And this is the support we're at the looks like about 22,000 is the
Yeah.
new support here.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many like hills and stuff. I think you'll be fine, to be honest. Like swing trading any crypto, maybe not any, most cryptos at this point, because it's very unlikely that we're going to stay at 22 or 23. Even if it goes down to 21, 20,000, I think you'll do fine, especially since you said you're like dollar cost averaging into it, right?
Right, yeah.
Like $50 here, $50 there.
Yeah. This is like a weekly list like $50, seeing what I could turn it into or if I just lose it all. Either or.
Yeah, I think you'll be fine with whatever you want to buy. But like I said, me personally, especially with a little bit of money, you have to have riskier plays. So I think
Okay.
something like a Shiba is good. Doesn't have to be Shiba, but something like a Shiba is you're going to see the most gains on.
Something like a Shiba.
Like Shiba's a top 13 crypto, tons of volume. People always talking about it. And if you were to put that same money in Bitcoin, I mean, Bitcoin you might get 5%, 10%, but on Shiba, I would
Right.
assume you would get 15, 20, 25% moves based on that same performance of Bitcoin.
Yeah, I'm just not really familiar with a lot of these other coins and what's really traded out there. Whoa, look at this guy. Up 39%. What?
Which one is it?
Boba?
Never heard of that
Eh,
one. Boba.
yeah, I
BUSD.
don't know how long this has been out, but this is the 6-month chart and it's on it's way up there. Well, I mean, I guess they had a sort of support right here. So it's just a little above that support, but the previous support is way down here. It's about a 10-cent difference, it looks like.
Yeah, I'd stay away from that one. Just
Yeah,
because it's
38% volume.
so I don't see like what's called the RSI. But I mean it's got to be peaked out. I would just assume there's going to
That
be a
it's
lot of
probably gonna
selling
go
pressure.
it's probably gonna start selling off here pretty quick.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, so the RSI is kind of the same deal. Like if you can imagine your ceiling and your floor. So the ceiling is roughly 70. It's actually on a scale of 0 to 100. So your RSI top would be 70 and your ceiling would be 30. That's kind of the range that most people look at for RSI. And you're starting in the middle. That's the higher it gets or closer to it gets to that ceiling or the peak of that RSI, the riskier it is. And the more likely
Okay.
it is going to go down. One thing that I like to think about for stocks is its patterns, right? So if you can identify
Right.
patterns Crypto again is a little bit different, right? Because we just do whatever Bitcoin does. But
Right.
I like a pattern, right? Like if I tell you 1, 3, 5, what's the next number? 1, 3, 5. What's the next number?
Right.
No, you got to answer. 1, 3, 5.
1.
No, 7. Okay, well, I'll do a different one. 2, 4, 6,
8.
8. Exactly. So that's a pattern, right? You're identifying like,
Right.
oh,
Okay, I
it's.
see what you're saying.
So I do
And
the
it
same thing with these charts. I say, okay, I almost create a pattern. I say it hit here, and then it peaked out here, and then it hit here, and it peaked out here, and I identify a pattern. That's what they do when they draw these lines. Sometimes they'll tilt them as well, and that's what you're doing is you're saying, this pattern. You're building a pattern, and then you're using probability to figure out what the next step in that pattern would be.
Oh, okay. You have to be good at reading charts then.
Yeah, but I mean, it's really easy to be honest. Like, it sounds
Yeah.
difficult, but like if you were to draw a line at all the tops of the houses or candles, it's really mostly candles. If you were to just draw a line on the tip of all of them, like a straight line, it might end up being diagonal. It'll probably end up being diagonal. I don't know if on the platform you're on right now, if you can draw a line, that would just make things so much easier because you can just straight up
I
make
guess
one.
maybe. I mean, I don't know how to do that. Do I just
Is it Coin
uh,
Market Cap?
no, this is just the Coinbase one.
Coinbase one? I'm sure you're
Yeah,
able to.
full screen mode. What can I do this? Whoa, okay, hold on.
Give me
Yeah, don't
2
get out of that.
seconds while you do that.
Take a snapshot, chat properties, candles. Oh, you could switch what it is. Base, what's this mean? Like that? There you go. Oh, here you go. Here, I got it. You could probably do go back to candles, and then this is probably what you want. There you go.
Okay.
Like that,
If I
right?
share my screen, would you be able to see it just so I can show you an example?
Yeah, if you want. Yeah, I could stop sharing mine. You can just share yours.
Just for like 2 seconds. How would I
Yeah.
share? Is that on StreamYard?
Look at Chump here.
What do you
Listen,
say?
King, I will just take your money if you're trying to lose it this bad. This guy.
No, you'll be fine. Paint.
Well, okay, look, James. I thought he was going like back and forth in a repeating pattern, like 1, 3, 5, and then back down to 1, because obviously it would dip back down. I didn't
That's
know that it
fair.
was a continuous skipping numbers.
That's fair, man. Yeah, it's my fault. I didn't articulate it. Okay, so this is just obviously like a fake pattern, right? Like a stock pattern. At this point, can you see a pattern? Like, this is like the most rudimentary, right? So what I
Right,
would do
yeah.
if it were me drawing a line, and obviously this is like the perfect example, right? I would draw channels. I'd be like, these are all my supports, right? Boom, boom, boom. You see how? See
Yeah.
that? And then I'd be like,
Yeah.
okay, these are all my resistance. So you're building a channel. I'm sorry, I didn't hit you get the point, right? I'm hitting what all the peaks are and what all the supports are. So like the resistance and the support.
Right.
Then when it trades, so I'm identifying the pattern. When it comes closer to this line, it tends statistically to go back up. You see? So that's what you're
Right.
doing. You're just saying you draw the line, it really helps you. And I mean, you can do this on any scale. So like just looking at what you had there, obviously it wasn't like the same example. I saw a lot of like this. Does this make sense so far?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Right. And so all I would do, I'd be like, okay, we got like 2 supports here. I'd probably be like, we got some resistance here. I'm just trying to draw lines. And then obviously there's like mini channels. Like this is like a mini channel. Maybe that's not the right word. And then I'm going to say, okay, now that I've identified all of these, can I find a channel that, on a larger scale, I might have to move back 6 months or a year or 5 years to see, is there another pattern inside that pattern? No. Now, let's see you draw some lines. How do I stop sharing? There we go.
All right, let's see here. I got it to work here. So obviously like this is the support, right? Going across right here. Oh, I did draw it. What happened?
What range are we looking at right now? Like a year?
I zoomed in a little bit. I can zoom out. Here you go. This looks like a couple of months ago. We can go back further. October. We're probably about almost 6 months.
I'm not seeing your screen.
Oh, I have to reshare it. Sorry.
No, you good? Hey, Panda.
There we go. Yeah. Let's make it really bright so people could see it. There you go. And then here's see, then there's
Make it thicker. It says like
Like-
1px. Make it like, I don't know, 5 or 4, just so you can see it.
oh, okay, yeah. There you go. Right there. There you go. And then I have to click on it again. Boy, I gotta click on it every time you want to make a line. There's another support right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got another one. Looks like right here. Oh, that's probably a bad line. I know. Let me delete that one. That one's kind of high.
I would go
Right.
lower on that one. Like where the bottoms are.
When the
like,
bottoms are.
Yeah, like a reversed or inverted, I don't know what you want to call that. Pointy thing,
Yeah, right.
tip.
Right there. And then right here. Well, so then you would this right here would be this short one right here. I am terrible at drawing lines.
Are you
Hope
doing
people
good?
see that. Right. And then also again right here. And then obviously these two right here are kind of like peaked up right there. And then obviously there's another peak that it's on right now. I probably drew that wrong, huh?
It's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Okay.
So now look at it. So I don't know what range we're looking at. Like, is this like 6 months, a year? So now I would zoom in like maybe a month or
A month?
just to see, right? So we've kind of identified some of our resistance, some of our supports. It's not perfect, right? It doesn't have to be. We're learning. Now we want to look at a shorter range, like maybe a week or something like that. And because see, on the large scale, the data is I don't want to say bullish, but we are trending up. Okay, so now it's clearer to see, right? Like when you can see it, how it's like kind of in
Right.
that channel. So how close are you to that yellow line versus how close am I to that red line?
I would
And
say right as of today, you're probably in the middle.
Kind of in the middle. Yeah. So I would still say it's going to go up personally because, I mean, a month ago, and we've been trending up in the right direction that we want to go just based off of this little bit of information we have. I would assume we would go up, but that red line there is the highest we have gone up in a while. So it's also something to consider. So what's the difference between where we are right now and the top of that red line there?
Oh, and as far as price,
Yeah.
you're about 23,279, and at the bottom down right here is about 22,571. So
Okay.
like about about $1,200 difference.
Okay. So it's definitely on the riskier side, just because we're pretty close to that red line. However, just based off of it is Bitcoin, I think it will go up, and I would say it's still a good time to buy, personally. But you might end up holding the bag, which is totally fine, right? So now that we have identified Bitcoin, we kind of see we're at like that peak range there a little bit. I would then
Right.
go to the crypto that you actually want to buy, whichever one that one could potentially be.
You know, I usually pull the crowd, man, and I just see everybody's what they suggest.
Yeah.
So
What's the crowd saying?
let's here, let me run a poll real quick. Well, yeah, first everyone give some suggestions here. We had some interesting ones last week. Last week's ended up being Algorand.
Algorand. Oh wow.
Okay, and then there was people who suggested Matic, Link. I think I added Blur to it. I don't know how many people voted for that.
Me
thought there was
personally,
maybe
I like Dash.
Dash.
Yeah, I like Dash. It is on Coinbase, right? Because we're kind of
Yeah,
limited on what we can do on Coinbase, but it
yeah.
is on Coinbase.
Yep,
Um,
here's Dash,
yeah,
and here's the 6 month. So it's definitely above what it's doing, right? Because here are the supports right here. And then these are obviously your peaks up here.
now does this look familiar at all? It should look extremely familiar to the BTC chart that we just did.
Yeah, it looks pretty close to it.
Yeah, and another reason I personally like Dash at the moment, I don't know anything about the project, by the way. It's down 26%, right? So how Bitcoin's down 3, 4, 5%, this is down 26%. So it's already beat down a little bit. I like to see that. Upside potential is just a little bit better for sure. Now I want to see a reverse of that 26%. I want to see a better move up, and I think it could get that because it is beat down a little bit.
Some people say render.
Render. Let me
I,
look.
I might be able to do that with the Coinbase wallet.
Render. I think I've heard
Render.
that
This is the
word
coin
before.
that Chump's talking about that does like all
Oh
the
yeah.
AI stuff. This is the
Oh yeah. Yeah.
so this is the 6 month on render. Looks like it rode a support line for quite a long time. Had one peak here. This is probably the support. So let's draw a line here. We're gonna use the DJ tools we just learned here.
Yeah. And then there's a nice one on $1.37 as well. Yeah,
So
actually,
there.
I don't know anything about render, but it's a lot riskier because it's down 49%. Um, like it's down big time. But this is like how risky do you want to go? You know what I mean? There's a lot
So
more
this is
upside.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of game either way, really, whether being something stable or risky. So we had a few renders in there.
Yeah. I'd buy render. If I got $50, look, there's no way we're gonna make that to 100 unless we have some risky ass plays. I'd say renders a good risk.
Render. All right. Anybody else have some coins here? I pulled like 4 last time when I did it, like at least a couple just to see what. So we got render. We'll use render as one. And right now, I mean, there's a tiny support line right here, right? So it could hit here and then go back up, or if it does fall from $1.12, it's going to go all the way down to like 45 cents.
So I would say a better support is that $1.30. The one you have right now is fine, but I'd say
Right.
the stronger one is that $1.37.
Is this one right here? So it's right. It's if you're going to go by that support because it hit here and there,
Yeah.
right? Because this is going to be stronger. It's probably right at that support line. But if you
Exactly.
zoom in a little bit more on.
Yeah, exactly. See, now you're getting it. So that $1.37 mark, we're at $1.34, whatever, right? It's same shit.
Yeah.
We want to think
we're
what is
ki-
the worst case scenario, probably. And I would say that's, oh God, like 90 cents, 92 cents,
Right.
probably.
Yeah. And it's already kind of fallen down in that direction, and it looks. Well, the trading history is actually saying that there's actually quite a bit of buying going on.
I like it for risky play. Yeah.
Right. I don't know why it's saying add a payment method. Like I have I have the USDC. I already have it in my freaking thing. I bought it before I even streamed. It's right here. Here's my $50.
I wonder if it's like
So
Nice Hash, where there's Nice Hash and then there's your other wallet, which is like trading wallet.
there is a wallet. There's the Coinbase wallet, and then you have to like send a certain coin over there to be able to trade with it. It's bad. I got some of that bone just to try it out. I got a few dollars with the bone that goes with Shiba. Probably not gonna, who knows? If it moons, then that'll be great, and I'll make a little money. But
Yeah. Everything will moon in the bull run.
okay, we got Matic. We got Matic, and we got quite a few Matics. So okay, we'll say Matic and Render. Let's get one more, guys. One more good coin.
What is Matic? Is that on Coinbase?
Yeah. That's
like Polygon.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So let's check out Matic here. It's it looks like there's a support line right here. Right. Ooh, come on, give me that line back. It's probably it's looking like
Dan says CKB. Unfortunately, you can't buy CKB, I don't think, on Coinbase.
so that's kind of the support. So it looks like it's headed down in that direction. Because it's support there, support, pretty much a support. The volume on it's 36 million.
So in the last month, it's up 20%. For the year, it's down 22. That's just something I just consider. I mean, yeah. I definitely think you can make money off it. I think you can make money off any of these plays as long as
Okay,
coin goes
UK
up.
Miners keeps posting it here. We'll look at it here. What's it called? Optimism? Can we get that in Coinbase? Oh, is this what you're talking about? Op. So looks like it rode a pretty long support like most coins did, right? For the bear market, and looks like it almost has a nice steady channel, right? Almost.
So I would draw a line at the bottom of all your supports sideways.
Sideways? Okay. So we'll put
Yeah, roughly. That's
here,
like, yeah, more or less.
here. Make it bigger so people could see it. And there's probably, it's like another one right around there. Hey, right there. I don't like that you can only draw one line at one time.
Yeah.
It's kind of, so those are the peaks. And then I guess this one would be like a channel, I guess, an unusual one, right? This one right here. That one I just drew.
Yeah.
And now it looks like it's on another peak right now, because it's right around here is the peak. And it's on. So that was the last peak right here is where it's about to hit. I mean, I guess you could consider that a support line, right? Because it would be like from here.
So where we're currently at, I would say we're not at support because it's still going down. I wouldn't
Right.
be surprised if it built one there.
Because it kind of has something a little right here, which is kind of where it is. And then it had it right there again in this weird little channel.
Yeah, we're kind of like in the middle of the two.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it.
All right. So
all right.
okay, we're gonna do these three. I have to go back to my YouTube thing here. I'm using StreamYard. Start a poll. All right, which coin, people? Which coin? All right, we had We had Matic and Op. And I already forgot the first one.
What did Trump say?
Oh, Render.
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 I think render is the riskiest, best upside, worst pain. But hey, you got $50, man. Why not? You know.
Right. So DJ's vote is Render. I know Trump's going to be Render.
So UK miners talking about L2. So your L2 is your bid and your ask, which is that right column there in the middle with like the red and green numbers just flying constantly.
Oh, this right here.
Yeah. Again, I can't like fully see it, but it looks like the L2, which is like your level 2. So basically, how the stocks work, or I keep saying stocks. How it works is there's bid, like, how much do you want to pay me for this water? I offer $100. So you're saying I want this much, and the ask is they're offering that. So there's the buying and the selling of it, and basically these two are competing with one another. So if you put this for sale for $1 and the guy's only wants to pay you 95 cents, they're constantly fighting with one another to find that middle ground. So
Right.
I don't know how well it works with crypto, but basically you would see kind of the direction that using the level 2 of where people are trying to move it and the spread. The spread is the difference between the bid and the ask there. So like look at your, I don't know, pick one of the red ones. What does it say? Like maybe the top one.
$2.17.
Okay. And then what's the green one say? Like the top one?
$2.69.
Okay. So you got a difference of, you said 216 and 269.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 217 or something like, or no. Okay, so here we go. There's more number. This thing keeps changing. So now we're at 271 on the top of the red and 269 on the green.
Right.
So it's a 2-cent difference. So
there's people that are buying and there's people that are selling.
Right.
And you can kind of see the quantity. I don't know if you can on Coinbase, but it might be like the
yeah,
quantity.
you can see the amount. Like this guy, he bought 102,000 at $2.
Yeah, and you can see when people are trying to sell out too. Like when a crypto, I guess, is moving up and it's rallying, and you're like, oh my god. Well, you'll start seeing people on this L2 here. They'll put up a massive amount of coins, and you're like, oh shit, somebody's about to sell. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, right. You see, like, a boatload come up on there on the sell order, right?
Now it gets tricky because sometimes they're trying to trick people, right, to get cheapies. So they call them like cheapies. But in theory, in like a perfect world, that means they're trying to get out of the coin. They're trying to dump it on everybody. And then you can predict or assume that maybe the price will go down based on how many coins are there. If it's not like a healthy amount, there's way more people selling than buying. Yeah, it could potentially mean that the price is going to go down because they're trying to dump on you.
Okay. All right. Okay, let's see where the poll's at. Well, it looks like this weekend so far. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. We'll give it a couple more minutes here. So, looks like right now 52% say Matic.
Okay. Polygon. Is that what people call it? Matic? I always call it Polygon.
Yeah. So, question though, out of all the coins here, people who pick Matic, why'd you pick Matic over, let's say, Render, right? I'm curious to see. So, Second TL says Matic, nice and safe. I feel is what Second TL Mining says. So there's that way. Everybody has their own way, I guess, mindset of investment, right? So
I would say for me, Polygon's like the safer bet of the two because I hear Polygon all the time on the news. I hear them on Bloomberg. People will mention it. Kevin O'Leary will talk about it. Like it's definitely a brand. You know, what I mean, Polygon is well known. But then obviously you wouldn't get as much gains, right? Because it's a lot less risky.
right. So when I was first kind of learning about this, some people had like a percentage level that they were okay with. Like some people would, if they got like let's say 15% over what they invested, right, they would sell off, right? And then wait for it to go back down and buy back in when it's low, make their 15, 20%, get out, do it again. Is that kind of the same thing that you do or no? Or do you try to hold it more long term for something like this? Or are you trying to make like a particular percentage and just get out?
Yeah, so I try to set a percentage because I found, especially when I was newer, I would get really greedy, you know, and I'm like, oh my god, we're going to the moon, and I would see the dollar value. I'd focus so much on the dollar value, and I wanted 2x, 3x when I start thinking like that. But yeah, before going into the trade, if I'm like, hey, I'll hit 30, 40%, 25%, whatever I have in mind, I hit it, and then you got to sell. That's kind of how I do it. But I think 10, 15% for crypto is really not that much.
Okay.
It's a little for me, a little bit different than like a stock. You know what I mean?
What would you typically want to see in crypto, like 20, 30% then?
Yeah, 100%. And it also
Okay.
depends what the risk factor is. Like if I'm going into Bitcoin, yeah, I'm not going to expect more than like 10, 15%. But if I'm gambling the house's money on some crap called what was it? Dash? No, not Dash. What's the thing?
Render?
Render. If I'm getting in render, that's extremely risky. I'm looking for 40%, 35%, 50%. Just depends
So
on how scammy it is or risky.
right, so depending on the risk level and when you get into it, if it's something super risky, you're kinda hoping more for bigger gains at that point.
Yeah, because it moves a lot faster, you know?
Right. Okay. Well, we only got 30 votes, man. There's 50 people watching, so I think Panda is starting his stream, or he already did start his stream, so we're kinda colliding, but you guys wanna cast your vote real quick? So far, it looks like Matic is in the lead at 57% of the vote. So second place is going to be Render at 27 and Op at 17%. So I appreciate you coming on though, DJ man. Dude, you've taught me a lot so far.
Hell yeah, dude. I
This
can
is
teach you how to lose all your money. Bottom line, listen, like I say all the time, as long as you invest something that's halfway decent, you'll be right eventually. Every person will be right eventually. It either goes up or it goes down. So you just wait it out, you'll make the money. You'll be fine.
So have you ever sold stuff though that you've been losing on and it's just been losing for a long time, or do you always just wait for it to come back?
So the only time I lose money is when I intentionally lose money. So like they call it tax harvesting. So, you have from January 1st till December 31st, right? To get those gains or losses. If I'm down on something, I'll intentionally take the L on it. So that way I don't have to pay as much taxes when taxes come out.
Oh, right.
And that way I never really lose on it. You see what I'm saying? So if I'm
Right.
down 40%, 30% on, I don't know, McDonald's, which I never would be, but McDonald's, right? I'll just take the L on it. I'll lose 20,000, but then I'll use that negative 20,000 against all the money that I did make on something else. So that way I don't have to pay the IRS. That's what like everybody does. It's
Right.
really
Yeah.
normal. That's what I'm saying. You really can't take L's. There's no way to take L's unless you just suck. Like you can use your L's for good things.
Right.
You can
Okay.
use
I see
you
what you're
can use
saying.
all the L's. Like if you lose all this money today or the next year from trading stocks, but you made a lot of money in cryptocurrency, you can use all your L's from stocks to make your crypto taxes less that you mine.
Right. Okay. I guess you need to use your losses wisely then to make them work for you essentially.
Yeah. All right, King. Love you.
All right, man. Thank you so much, DJ.
Yeah, bro.
Have a good
Bye,
one,
chat.
bud. All right, guys, let's get this order in. I believe it's going to be the final poll is going to be for Matic at 61%. I will check out that link you sent me, UK Miners, here in a little bit. All right, so let's go back to Matic here. Let me. I don't know why I have to add a payment method. I have USD or whatever. So hold on, let me go back. You take it off screen for a second. Taking it off screen. Just 1 minute. Let me figure out why. Okay, let me see if for some reason it's you. Right. Why? Oh. So I actually convert. Okay. So let me see here. Let me go back to my assets here. Let me see. Convert to. Let's see. I am in USD. Do I have to directly buy it? Okay. Let's try this. For some reason, that's really weird. Um, I guess I'm gonna have to. I have to buy it directly. Maybe this is what it's looking like here. It's. I don't know why I can't use the USDC I bought. So so let me. Can I just like convert it? Can I just trade it out? Let me see here. Why is it being like this? Convert to. Oh, here you go. I think I got it. Okay. Let's see if this will work. Maybe it won't. I don't know why it was trying to make me do that. That's just really weird. Like I oh, there you go. And okay. Now I need to reshare my screen. Okay. Let's see if I'm going to convert all of my USDC. There we go. What? I wonder why it wouldn't let me do that from that other page. That was really weird. I actually had to go to the actual USDC and convert it over. So now we probably hit the refresh. Probably gonna have to wait a second in order for it to move around here. But there we go. All right. Mining King, are you on the USDC Matic market? I thought I was. I was over here. Over here. Yeah. See, I was here. See the USD freaking market here. That's the market I was on. I don't know. I actually had to go to my assets over to my USDC, actually tell it to convert it to what I wanted it to. It wouldn't do it over there for some weird reason. I don't know why. Oh, that's USD and not USDC. Oh. Okay, yeah, so yeah, it was cash. So where maybe they don't have one for USDC then. I see USDT, which I could always just get that next time, I guess. Maybe I'll do Tether next time. What are new pairs? Euro C? Is this like the new Euro freaking coin here? Is that what's going on? I guess they don't have a pair for that then. USDC. Yeah, they. Okay, whatever. That was my fault. I got the wrong one this time. Yeah. It's all right though. I converted it out. It worked. So we have our Matic here. Looks like we have 38.659 bunch of numbers. What was the fee on that? Will it tell me the fee? See the fee on this thing. Oh, it doesn't say. You won't tell me the. So I had $50, so that means, but that was $3.46. Oh my god, dude, that's awful in fees. So, well, that concludes today's show. I think, man, I've been going for an hour. If you guys got a couple questions, let me know. Let me see if I can't. Maybe I can raid Panda or something. I mean, it's not like you guys don't know who Red Panda Mining is. Who knows that furry red guy, right? I think DJ kind of taught me quite a bit about the candles and everything like that. I look forward to kind of using that down the road and some of the stuff he taught me. So I thought it was really cool. Yeah, Mass Boost who? Oh man, appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Yeah, man, I learned quite a bit from DJ, which I know like that's why I was hoping to get him on, is because I know that he has experience with stocks and I know he does investing in some other cryptos and stuff like that. So I thought it was really cool to kind of get somebody who's experienced versus somebody like me who knows like nothing. So definitely was cool. Took down some notes. So all right. So this weekend we bought Matic. You guys remember to come back next weekend and we'll see what we do. Maybe we'll see what some of these the SHIB, the Matic, and the Algorand's doing. Let's see what they're performing like, and then we'll go see what the markets look like and what we can invest in next weekend. So I appreciate you guys. Have a good weekend. Go check out Red Panda Mining. I mean, if you guys want, I'll put a link in the script, in the chat, but I already know you guys know where it is. So guys, go check out Panda. I'll catch you later. Mining King out.